The Newberg Pool is a slow-moving 35-mile stretch of the Willamette River between the confluences of the Yamhill and Tualatin rivers. With multiple dams controlling the water flow, the slow current and water level remain nearly constant throughout the summer. The Newberg Pool is home to a number of species: bald eagles, blue heron, osprey, but also spring Chinook salmon and winter steelhead, both listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act. For years, recreational river users coexisted peacefully until the rise in popularity of wake-dependent sports and the desire for larger and larger wakes. In 2008, acknowledging increased erosion, the Oregon State Marine Board, the governor, and the Director of Natural Resources determined any device used to increase wake sizes should be banned, implementing the wake-enhancing device restriction in the Newberg Pool. Despite the ban, rules were not enforced, and wake-enhancing devices were used with regularity in the Newberg Pool. While necessary to regulate 3,600-pound boats in 2008, today, wake boats weighing nearly 7,000 pounds have the ability to add an additional 7,000 pounds with the touch of a button, effectively tripling weights regulated in 2007-2008. The results? Accelerated erosion of fragile embankments, loss of property and property damage, and increases in habitat loss.
House Bill 2351A, having received the constitutional majority, is declared passed.
Recognizing the environmental impacts of large wakes, Oregon lawmakers passed House Bill 2351 in 2019 to protect the Willamette River Greenway, requiring the Oregon State Marine Board to consider Goal 15 in rulemaking.
The legislation authorizes the Oregon State Marine Board to adopt special regulations to manage boat wake energy within the Willamette River Greenway.
Stating legislative intent was not clear, the Oregon State Marine Board arbitrarily decided 10,000 pounds was the acceptable weight for boats engaged in wakeboarding and wake surfing. The issue is not unique to the Willamette River. Many studies have been conducted across the globe, measuring recreational boat wake energy and the resulting impacts on inland waterways. One such study was conducted by a leading wake study scientist in the Newberg Pool for the House Bill 4099 Legislative Work Group. These studies show surfing wakes take between 400 feet and up to 1,900 feet to dissipate.
So from the research I've conducted and that others have conducted regarding wakes and wave attenuation, it's likely that it's not appropriate for wake boats to operate in the Newberg Pool simply because it's so narrow. The shores are soft and there's a lot of other users in there. And with the number of dynamics and environmental factors and shoreline infrastructure even, it may not simply be the best place for those boats to operate.
In 2019, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration wrote a letter to the Oregon State Marine Board, followed by 600 pages of supporting documents, stating large wakes are causing harm to threatened spring Chinook and summer steelhead and to their critical habitat. Undercutting and erosion now occur in the summer and cause turbidity levels which regularly exceed the Department of Environmental Quality's federal and state standards of the Clean Water Act. Previously non-existent, this summertime erosion results in property slides. One Willamette River resident describes her experience living on the river.
I moved out here originally in 1972 with my family as a kid. So I'm very familiar with this stretch of the river. I can show you that on our bank in the summer, we have waves that crash up against the bank. That has carved out whole sections of our bank that has ended up causing trees to fall, as well as a whole bunch of silt that comes into the river. We estimate that we've lost about 12 feet of bank in about the last 3 to 5 years. The situation we're facing as property owners is frightening and it's dire. We live on the property that is being scoured away, and it is not sustainable without repairs that we can't afford and we may not even ever get permission to do. This is an essential feature of our state and our future, and we're not taking care of it.
Heavy boats and their large wakes have irreversibly damaged the Newberg Pool. This waterway cannot withstand these unnatural man-made waves.